study from APS? I want to meet somebody who studied from APS. You know,
I did.
oh, you did study APS, but Durgapur?
No, no, the one. Actually, in Jammu.
Okay, but the APS Durgapur is a separate thing. And ma'am, where are you from? Oh, very good.
Defense background.
So, but I really want to meet somebody who is from, who asked this batch, somebody from Army Public School, Durgapur. That's a very famous school. That's, I think, one of the greatest schools in many things which people don't know. It had a very negative reputation, but some of the best people I've met, from most creative, the most passion school which I've ever gone is Army Public School, and I've studied around the world. So I just really
और कोई नहीं इसको क्लिप में करेंगे तो काफी
that was actually the core Army group, Air Force, Air Force Balbard, which was actually academically a bit better because Army School was definitely bigger, but it had a lot of talent. And but it had people from all different schools, Army, Air Force, and Navy. The Air Force Balbard, I have to agree, is much better. Very decent, very fundamentally on par with the best. It's a very well-rounded school where people will be doing horse riding, very good in sports. The Army Public School was like very dedicated. Then I learned Russian. That's the language I was trying to learn. But I think there was clay modeling at schools. It was amazing school. It isn't. I don't know how the school is now, but it was very amazing. So where did you go in the DAV?
I'm from East Delhi.
Patel Nagar.
Surat India, India.
I stayed in Patel Nagar for 2 years. Anand Parvat.
Okay, got it.
You know where it is?
Not much idea about that, but
It is in Patel Nagar, whatever West Patel. So should we begin? Start here. I will begin for you. So.
That is team Neeraj sir. So the other member has gone for a surprise round, and you two will have to be presenting this on your own. You will be getting 10 minutes. At 7 minutes, we'll ring the bell. At 10 minutes, we'll do a double one. And the stage is yours.
So, thank you so much, Lisa, for this lovely opportunity. So my name is Neeraj Thakur. We are Team Trailblazers. So, we are basically trendsetters. Yeah. So, moving to the first slide. So, why flatheads? So, you have also seen flatheads on Shark Tank as well. They are known for their sustainability, and people also right now want to invest in sustainable products. So, if you see the stats, 64% of Indian consumers are willing to pay in sustainable products, and we are offering that sustainability in flatheads. So, in Shark Tank also, we also mentioned our products are made in such a way that it gives your feet time to breathe that breathing space to your feet. So it is very reliable and very good for your feet. And moving ahead to next slide. In Shark Tank, the products which were made in flatheads are designed for all type of segments. There is no special category mentioned there, so we try to segment it category wise. So the location we have decided is tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So basically we are covering pan India, and the market volume is around to 48.7 billion in Indian rupees by 2023. So apart from this, we have done customer type like from 21 to 30. So in 21 to 30, we are basically targeting those people who are students, recently employed, because you also see we are youngsters and we like having good sneakers, good design sneakers. So we go for that. We do not go for the money. So that's why we segmented this on the basis of employment, their student, what are their right now they are doing, and their interests are sports, hiking, trekking. They want an aggressive look, so we have designed according to that. So in next segment, you see 25 to 50. These are the people who are used to that. Like they want to go to office, they want to use the shoes which are long lasting, which can be used for multiple events, casual as well as formals, and also durable in design. So in last segment is senior made employees and planning for retirement, because they do not go for the product which is very good looking. They just want a long lasting product. So this is why this segmentation. So moving to the purchase journey of this flathead. So the journey of flathead remain very simple and also kind of similar to all other brands which are right now in market. So the considering journey, like most of the engagement we got from Facebook, Instagram ads, but after getting into Shark Tank, we got a lot of sale. Our inventory got completely exhaust. And there are multiple thoughts when we think about our sustainable product. So if you can see the thoughts, above one are positive thought and below one are the negative thoughts. When you see the products, you feel like, okay, these products are looking amazing, but are they suitable for us? Are the quality is going to be good? Like it is going to be like comparatively, go for other Puma or Nike shoes because they are also of same range. So am I making a good decision or not? So the customer journey remains same for till the negotiate part, but our main concern is retention because the retention rate is very low for flatheads. So in retention part, we have done made good strategies around it. So moving to the next slide.
So now coming on to the revamping which we have done for flatheads in terms of 4P. So the first is product. They do have a lot of products in men range and in unisex range, but they don't have categorized it for like for female, women, or for kids. So this is something which is a very potential market. They can target it very well. It's untapped for them. So we have come up with the idea for women's shoes, like they can go for formal shoes, they can go for flip flops, and there are a lot of design and variety they can try with the products. Means with the material they're already using, like bamboo, linen, or even biodegradable things. Now coming on to the kids section is also unexplored for them, so they can also try in the kids section having waterproof boots and some sandals for kids. So this is something which we thought. Now coming on to the price sensitivity part. Since Indian customers are very sensitive to the price, yet we do have certain segmentation in pricing. So we have categorized the Indian customer into 3 parts and how we'll be targeting them. So the first part is these are the type of customer who are price sensitive. They don't really care about the design look, but they do care about the price when they do the purchasing. So for those customers, we keep the price little low, and we are always obviously focusing on the sustainability, but we'll keep the price low to target those customers because they are middle class people and then they do think about pricing. The next customer segmentation is the people who are environment conscious. They don't mind paying a premium price for the sustainable product which we are offering, and hence we will be making a proper sustainable product for them, and hence we can charge an extra 25 to 30% of premium from them. Now comes the segment which doesn't consider money when they are making a purchase, whether it's for sustainability or whether it's for design. So this kind of luxurious segment we'll be targeting, and we'll be charging a premium of 50 to 60% based on the design, the quality, quality we are using, and things of that sort. So these were the 3 categories which we have identified. Now coming on to the place. Flatheads is mainly present only on website. They're making the sales through website. So what we have thought that we can expand their presence in the other marketplaces as well, like Amazon, Flipkart, and Myntra, because that will increase brand visibility and people can easily buy their shoes from other marketplaces, because sometimes it gets hard for people to go to the website and then buy things and all. So they can do it in the other marketplaces as well. Now they can also increase their presence in brick mortar stores. They can partnership with other retailers. They can have collaborations with them. They can give them certain commission on the basis of the SKUs they are providing, and then they can negotiate with them so that they keep more SKUs of this flathead instead of the non-branded ones. Also, we can use email marketing for this kind of B2B collaborations. Next slide, please. Marketing strategies. This is something very crucial for flatheads because as we have seen that in Shark Tank they gain popularity exponentially, but then it won't last forever. So for that we need to have some solid marketing plan in our mind. So the first part is shotgun marketing. In shotgun marketing we target mass people irrespective of their gender, age, and everything. So in this kind of marketing we can we can have one ad for all the type of audience in comprising of all the age groups. So one thing which we have thought of while making this shotgun advertisement is a shoe for a country full of changing weathers. Like we have winter, we have summers, we have rainy season as well. So we can have shoes for all the weathers. Now coming on to the social media. Since in the earlier slide also we mentioned that most of the sustainable product marketing is done through social media. So this plays very important role in. So we can go for billboard advertising. And second is influencer marketing, because influencers, celebrity influencers are someone who build credibility and trust among the people. And we have identified two of them. One is Ayushmann Khurrana and second is Kiara Advani. Both of them are not associated with any shoe brand as such. So this is a positive factor for both of like for them to be associated with a company. And then they also promote eco-friendly products. So this can be a plus point for us. Also, I have identified few hashtags which we can use for our social media handles. Now coming on to cause marketing, which Mama Earth does, and even Zomato, like they donate certain percentage of their sales, which actually brings a positive image for your company. So we can go for cause marketing as well. Next is coupon codes. Discount coupon is Indian consumer loves to have, so we can have discount coupon, referral marketing, and etc. In event marketing, and then merchandising. So we can give few freebies which can stay with the customer, and this will increase the brand recall, like having a jute bag as we have designed, having a keychain, so they can keep it for a longer period of time, and it will increase the brand recall.
Yeah, moving to the next slide, we have also done one product for the youths. We just changed the design for them, and that can be used for old age as well, because we will just change the sole for them, so it will be also helpful for their knees and everything. So, yes, yes. So this is the advertisement for them. So these are some key features of our product. And moving to the next slide. So we have also created a poster for that, and we will also advertise that on our website as well. So one thing we have noticed on his website, that there is no launching page on his website. So that to get that attraction that okay, this product is going to be launched in coming month, or so they can also pre-order that. So this will also help him to manage the inventory as well. So can you use the website?
So this we have created the website of our own to have an additional page in website of flatheads.
So this is how they can see the new launch. And one more thing we have noticed is they do have website, but there's no app from which customer can order their product. So this is the drawback of flatheads right now. So you can also scan the app and scan this QR code and go to the app which we have created a prototype. So yeah. So this is the app which this is how it is going to be look like. So you can just sign up. You will put your phone number, OTP. So yeah, you can easily just create your account. From here, you can order your product. You can see the loyalty points. So the main concern is retention part, right? So there on the top, you can see the loyalty points. With that, you can also get do the cross vending with other brands. You can also buy other products of other brands. Like he came on Shark Tank, so he can also collaborate with Boat or Lenskart. So this is how the card is going to be look like. This is the home page. So this is how you can redeem your coupons as well. Like on you can see the coins over there. You have 1,250 coins. You can redeem 50 coins for Lenskart, 50 for Boat as well. So this is how you can also buy other products. Thank you so much.
So you have showed some your strategies to you go to market strategies.
Can you move the slide, please?
Yeah, because I just wanted to understand. You have given social media marketing, which I think already parents are doing, but the cost that they were incurring of performance was very high, because for selling the shoes of worth rupees 5,000, they were spending 3,000. So that was the main concern. I like the merchandising idea. The jute bags also turn up the sustainability angle. So that is something that can be done. But your strategy for social media and getting celeb influencer would again cost a lot of money. While we don't like in a real life condition, Flatheads doesn't have the money to even the runway is over. So cost.
So for that, we have identified the social media ads as well. So we are going to run multiple campaigns on weekly basis. So on a week we are running 2 or 3 campaigns. So budget is going to be around 1K to 3K for particular campaign. And we are estimating a range of around 40,000 for that. And the estimated cost per click is going to be $0.05, which is 4 rupee per click. So this is how we can reduce the cost. And talking about influencers, so these are our ideal influencers. If we have the budget to afford them, we will go for them. Otherwise, we will get planning to target on the local influencers who are easy to acquire.
Yeah, adding on to his part, as you said that you need to go a little cheaper on the budgeting. So this is we have identified about the budget, and if you see like for 1 week it is only going to about 12,000. Also we have identified time to post content, like which time is ideal in a day to post the content. So that way we can increase the reach with a minimum budget. And coming on to the celebrity influencers, they are only for credibility and trust building part, because this is something we need a lot for our brand, because there are a lot of brand in the market, but to show the people out there that we are sustainable, we are into this this thing of sustainability and eco-friendliness, we need them to build our credibility and trustworthiness. So there are two parts, one for the cheaper advertisement, and this is for trust building and credibility.
Okay, so just to go on. So actually he's right. What he's trying to say is not that we do not need an influencer. We don't have the money for it. So let me come now. I'll take time. For it. First, I want to say, I want to know how you made fantastic. You made that app, and you also made that ad. Where did you get that sort of thing? That will come to later on. So just give me some points. One very qualitative, and then we'll come into numbers. First, the background should not be black; it should be white, right, or other color. Take software on the cars for it. Your thing formatting is not done correct in multiple places. You started on the first slide with flatheads with F small. You have actually talking about the biggest brand and you got the name wrong. You just go to the first slide. But anyway, your social media strategy will not work because मैं खुद करता हूँ social media strategy. Cost per click is too small. I can assure you, $0.05 will get you nothing. Your click-through rate, 2% okay, average. My click-through rates could have also gone up. 2% will get you nothing, right? So you have to be. So either you're thinking that your digital marketing team is really bad because they can't increase the click-through rate. This is what you want more, right? I want bang for my buck. I want the click-through rate to be between 8 and 10% at least, right? So if your click-through rate is 2%, you're going to spend 2, which means just out of 100, 2 people are going to sort of click your ad. Then the conversion ratio, which is the next ratio which you should be looking at, is wrong. So the second conversion ratio should have been there, which is what I want to see. I'm not interested in for it. Your money for this. So this marketing strategy would get over. See, you're making a budget of 1 week, 12K even for what? Google ads, YouTube marketing, all of them.
Yes, sir.
That's too small. Although I play with much smaller numbers, but this one, just to give for it. The hashtags you talk. People have their hashtags. Yeah, that's a company which has been there. So you don't need to worry about for it. What I loved about this is that you have gone into that app thing, which is really good. I love that. Or you did it, I want to know. Then you also made an ad. So you should use words like brand extension, line extension. So if a Dettol soap is coming out with a liquid soap, what it is known as? It is known as line extension. So if you are going into a different segment, you should be using those words, right, in marketing. Second, this time to post content, okay, you could have taken, and then you go ahead, just one. So none of the teams we have. I tell you what was so great about the first team which I saw, and I think I should take care time because we are only 1% left after this. So this is now again the strategy which you have gone. The slide before, you've gone into too many things. You have to be very sure of what you're hitting. You don't have that much of time. You'll never go to 45 to 60 segment if you're focusing on the earlier segment, which is 21 to 30 or whatever before that. So one is that. So sort of this is like you're going everywhere. For a brand which is dying, which doesn't have the money, which is like he said, actually spending so much money on marketing, which is where the 60% of the expenses are going into marketing, right? This is what we saw for it. So you're going to too many segments because it's not focused. You'll need by far much more money, higher amount of money. So let's go to the next one. Then I'm sort of giving the sort of so that people. Okay, so this purchase, How do you, actually, you mentioned retention is low. How do you know their retention is less? Actually, retention is a word which is not used with a product like a shoe. You could have said repeat purchases.
Yeah, right.
Right. That is the retention is something which you will use with the edtech company. Okay, so repurchase of the shoes are those shoes. So how do you know that what is the repurchase history of this particular? Have you done research?
Yeah.
That you can't have got. How will you get that?
So we after reading the case study which was provided by eCell, we got to know that repurchase is pretty less, and also the episode which was aired on Shark Tank, and then some
Okay.
research about the brand.
Okay, so that's great. So riches is low, then how are you going to sort of, you're saying loyalty points and all that for it. Okay, that. So can we just go ahead? I want to know how did you make this happen? This is very good. This slide was excellent. A white background would be so lovely. Not if you could make such impressive presentations. One this, and the second that you have an ad where you are showing women wearing shoes. Where did you get this thing from?
So we did this on Canva.
अच्छा ओके कैनवा के फ्री से आपने और फिर बाद में वो डाला ओ वेरी इनोवेटिव आई लव दिस सो दिस इज क्रिएटिविटी सो आई विल गिव यू ऑन द हाईएस्ट मार्क्स ऑफ क्रिएटिविटी दिस इज वेरी क्रिएटिव आई लव दिस सो यू आर सेइंग दैट यू आर गोइंग टू गेट अनदर ब्रांड यूजिंग दिस
No, the product, new product.
And you're in the market, so are you creating a sub brand, you're going to name it, or it's just
Just
another
a new product line, like new product in the market, in the same.
I mean, the current line which they have is it's not that exciting, right?
I found it exciting maybe.
Look, for the customer segment like us, so that's why for the new design maybe we can have such ads.
Okay. So lifetime value is not about somebody did use it, but with shoes, I think that's more into something which is more intangible that is used. More of subscription mode. Yeah.
There is a suggestion that instead of say hiring Aishman Khurana or Kiara for you advertisement, what like I've been thinking of okay, instead of that, while people are ready to extend the healthy tag to you, maybe you could have done Kiara X Flatheads edition or Aishman X Flatheads edition,
Yeah.
where they earn out of the profits that you are earning, and you also get their face to your brand.
Yeah, this
that
can-
could have been a better.
Yeah.
See, getting an influencer or जैसे ये actually good idea. Anshuman ये भी जो भी, because this will give you visibility.
Yeah.
This brand does not have visibility.
Yeah.
But you could also think about somebody who's actually associated with sustainability.
Yeah, they are actually associated with sustainability. That's what the main idea of bringing them in this associating with them, because they are into eco-friendly products. I think Kiara Advani,
So there is a good name I can associate with you who would have done this.
Yeah.
Just think about it. क्या उनका नाम है?
I thought of Anushka Sharma because
No.
she's
He's the
into.
guy. He's known for philanthropic efforts, especially during the COVID-19.
Oh yeah,
He's a
Sonu
good
Sood.
Sonu Sood would have done this,
Yeah.
and he won't have you not charged a lot.
Yeah, he
And
could
Sonu
have.
Sood has a brand awareness, which is very important. Right? Sustainable. Like he comes across as a guy
Yeah.
who wants to help this. At least he comes across. What he's doing right now, I don't know. But just thinking.
Hmm.
So that I think idea is not bad. And if you want to put in some money in that, you well put in. I think that's justifiable. How much? That's the question. करोड़ों तो नहीं डाल सकते. If he's asking for crores, whatever it is, think that. So anyway, it's perfect. So last thing for today.
Great work, team. So next up we have the last team of the day, team sites from Symbiosis Integrative Management Studies. Alright, team, just to let you know, at 7 minutes, I'll in one bed, and then we'll have 3 more minutes. At the end of it, there will be the double bed.
So you are the.
Yeah, one person for stretch out.
So you have to read mine.
Good afternoon, judges. So first round में हमको कंपनी दी गई थी flathead. And we were asked to identify कि flathead कहाँ गलत गया, flathead में क्या गलती थी, और अगर आप flathead में होते तो what you could have done to change the business model or revamp the flathead के operations कि flathead काम कैसे करे. So starting with व्हाट इज फ्लैthead? फ्लैthead आज एक कॉमन नेम है स्नीकर इंडस्ट्री में बिकॉज ऑफ द शार्क टैंक इंपैक्ट, जहां पे उनको 2.25 करोड़ की इवैल्यूएशन मिली थी। दो उससे पहले सेम वैल्यूएशन पे उनको 10 करोड़ की भी इवैल्यूएशन मिली हुई थी, बट ड्यू टू देयर फेल्ड ऑपरेशंस उनको वो इवैल्यूएशन लेस मिली, लेकिन इट एक्टेड एज अ पीआर स्टंट फॉर देम, और आज उनके साइट पे मेजॉरिटी ऑफ उनके प्रोडक्ट सोल्ड आउट है। तो फ्लैthead है क्या? फ्लैthead बेसिकली डील्स इनटू मेन अपैरेल्स, specifically or mainly into sneakers, loafers, kickers, and they're slowly extending into t-shirts, shirts by leveraging on that Shark Tank push. They're also extending their production to female apparels also. और फ्लैthead का प्रॉमिस ये है कि वो आपको जो भी देंगे it will be innovative, organic, breathy and breezy. So assuming that कि हमें फ्लैthead को relaunch करना पड़ेगा, this is the solution I gave in my first round. And similar thing was happened on 27 January also, जब उनके CEO ने बोला कि we are down but not out and we are acting as, मतलब this is day 0 for flathead, हम यहाँ से दोबारा flathead पे काम करने वाले हैं। So this would be my advice to them। मैंने अपनी PPT को go to market strategy में formulate किया है, where I will talking about the product distribution, time and customers, इसमें and competitive advantage, इसमें I will be talking about कि उनका product क्या है, industry कैसी है, उनको एडवांटेजेस क्या क्या है, उनके कॉम्पिटिटर्स कैसे कैसे हैं, और देन बिजनेस मॉडल जहां पे मैं पुश और पुल स्ट्रेटजीज की बात करने वाला हूं विद द हेल्प ऑफ डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन। सो स्टार्टिंग विद कि फुटवेयर इंडस्ट्री सब इंडिया में कैसी है। अगर मैं ग्लोबल फुटवेयर इंडस्ट्री की बात करता हूं तो इट इज ग्रोइंग एट द रेट ऑफ 4% व्हिच इज लो। ग्लोबली फुटवेयर इंडस्ट्री सब नहीं ग्रो करे, लेकिन जब इंडिया की बात आती है तो इंडिया में सेम इंडस्ट्री इज ग्रोइंग एट द CAGR ऑफ 8 to 10%। दिस स्टैट्स अकॉर्डिंग टू स्टैटिस्टा and icon marketing consultants। So according to the various reports, इंडिया में फुटवेयर इंडस्ट्री बहुत अच्छे से ग्रो कर रही है। जहां ग्लोबली हमारे पास 16 बिलियन पेयर्स बन रहे हैं, वहां इंडिया अकेला 13% कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहा है 2 बिलियन पेयर्स में से, जिसमें से 1 बिलियन पेयर लेदर शूज नहीं है, और उसमें से 1 बिलियन में से 10 मिलियन स्नीकर्स हर साल प्रोड्यूस होते हैं। अब यहाँ पे एक कैच और है कि स्नीकर इंडस्ट्री इंडिया में उतनी ज्यादा ग्रो नहीं कर रही है, उसकी ईयर ऑन ईयर ग्रोथ अगेंस्ट स्नीकर इंडस्ट्री की उतनी ज्यादा नहीं है, जिसमें फ्लैthead मेनली डील कर रहा है। बट हियर द कैच, किसी भी स्टार्टअप को अगर ऑर्गेनिकली ग्रो करना होगा तो इट हैज टू वर्क ऑन कम्युनिटी, और कम्युनिटी इस वक्त स्नीकर हेड्स की कम्युनिटी बन रही है। आई विल नॉट से दिस इज अ फैक्ट, लेकिन कुछ लाइक माइंडेड पीपल इकट्ठे आके स्नीकर्स के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं कि मतलब दे आर क्रेजी अबाउट स्नीकर्स। तो उस फैक्ट को आप लेवरेज कर सकते हो। ये एक कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर, कंज्यूमर प्रेफरेंस हमें स्नीकर्स को लेके यहाँ पे मिली है। एक चीज और जो मतलब एक प्रॉब्लम थी, मतलब जिसपे वो लेवरेज कर सकता था फ्लैthead, जो उन्होंने नहीं किया, इट वाज दे वर नॉट associating themselves with the sustainability. They are making leggings and sneakers from the bamboo, but they were not associating themselves with the sustainability जितना वो कर सकते थे। और study shows कि आज के टाइम पे youth 36% youth individual अपने आप को उस तरफ ज्यादा इंटेंडेड शो करता है जहाँ पे sustainability है। So this is the computer analysis. Same this graph, ये regional analysis का graph है, it is from MMR and this is from Icon Consulting again। और ये टॉप कॉम्पिटिटर्स है, ये इनकी ग्लोबल रैंकिंग नहीं है, ये इंडिया में इनके रैंकिंग है। यहाँ पे वन मोर थिंग वी शुड नो कि फ्लैthead अगर स्नीकर्स में डील कर रहा है तो उनका मेन कॉम्पिटिटर कौन है। इंडिया में अगर हम फुटवेयर इंडस्ट्री की बात करें तो 75% ऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर, अनऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर है, 25% ऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर है, और अनऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर मेनली लेदर शूज में कॉम्पीट करता है। लेकिन जब स्नीकर्स की बात आती है तो रिलैक्सो, बाटा, खादिम, दीज आर नॉट स्नीकर्स। जिस कम्युनिटी की बात मैं कर रहा हूँ, जिस फैक्ट की मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, उनके स्नीकर्स उस कम्युनिटी के साथ अलाइन नहीं करते हैं। इनके स्नीकर्स एक्चुअली में आज एक ऑल्टरनेटिव बन के रह गए स्पोर्ट्स शूज के, तो ये इनके डायरेक्ट कॉम्पिटिटर नहीं है, दो ये मार्केट में है। फ्लैthead के जो हमारे लास्ट स्नीकर्स थे, उनकी कॉस्टिंग वैल्यू बेस्ड प्राइसिंग थी, हम उससे बोल सकते हैं कि वैल्यू बेस्ड प्राइसिंग स्ट्रेटजी, वो जो वैल्यू दे रहे हैं उस पे वो प्राइस कर रहे हैं, तो 4000 to 5000। और जो उनके डायरेक्ट कॉम्पिटिटर्स हो सकते हैं नाइकी, प्यूमा, इनके जो अच्छे स्नीकर्स हैं, इनका एवरेज टिकट प्राइस साइज 15 to 20,000। तो यहाँ पे ड्यूरिंग द रीवैम्पिंग फ्लैthead जो एक और चीज कर सकती है, दे कैन चेंज देयर सेगमेंटेशन, दे कुड टारगेट स्ट्राइवर्स, दे कैन सेगमेंट द मार्केट ऑन द साइकोग्राफिक्स, स्पेसिफिकली स्ट्राइवर्स जो अपने आप को सोफिस्टिकेटेड दिखाना चाहते हैं, उस कम्युनिटी के साथ खुद को अलाइन करना चाहते हैं, स्नीकर्स पहनना चाहते हैं जो प्रीमियम हो, बट उनके पास उतने रिसोर्सेज नहीं कि शायद जॉर्डन पहन सके, वो फ्लैthead पहन सकते हैं। अगेन अगर हम परसेप्चुअल मैपिंग करना चाहें इस इंडस्ट्री की, तो एक ऐसा क्वाड्रेंट में खाली जगह है जहाँ पे ब्रांड मिसिंग है जो हाई क्वालिटी और लो प्राइस पे आपको स्नीकर्स दे सकता है, जो स्नीकर्स दे सकता है। फ्लैthead इस शार्क टैंक के पुश को उस अपने आप को ब्रांड में एस्टैब्लिश करने की भी कोशिश कर सकता है। सो अगेन वन मोर थिंग, कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर जो मुझे एक चीज और देखने को मिली जो अगेन उस प्रॉब्लम के साथ रिलेट करती है कि क्या गलत गया। फुटवेयर इंडस्ट्री में जो उनका डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन गलत था, ऑनलाइन एंड ऑफलाइन, दे वर मेनली फोकसिंग ऑन ऑनलाइन चैनल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन। बट अगर आप इंडियन इंडस्ट्री इंडियन कंज्यूमर्स के बारे में सोचेंगे तो फुटवेयर इंडस्ट्री शायद पैट्रोनेज मोटिव से चलती है। पैट्रोनेज मोटिव से मेरा मतलब है कि कई बार आप दुकानदार पे भरोसा करते हो, ब्रांड पे भरोसा नहीं करते, या फिर आप वेब ग्रूमिंग करते हो। तो आपने शू देखा, आप ऑनलाइन शो देख सकते हो, पर आपकी ऑफलाइन स्टोर्स में प्रेजेंस होना जरूरी है अगर आप इंडियन फुटवेयर मार्केट में सस्टेन करना चाहते हैं। क्योंकि अगेन वो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन इस वक्त आई एग्री कि ऑनलाइन डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन बढ़ रहा है और उसको एक्सप्लॉइट करना चाहिए, बट ऑफलाइन प्रेजेंस स्टोर्स में जरूरी है। तो ये भी एक परेशानी थी। सो दिस वाज अगेन जब हमें कंज्यूमर्स के बारे में पता चला इस इंडस्ट्री में। सो व्हाट फ्लैtheads कैन डू, मार्केटिंग में पैसे कम लगाएंगे क्योंकि उनका मेन जो बर्न हुआ, उनके जितने भी इन्वेस्टमेंट हुआ, जो बर्न हुआ वो मार्केटिंग में बर्न हुआ। सो अगेन वी वर आस्क्ड टू फॉर्मुलेट अ पुश एंड पुल स्ट्रेटजी बाय द टीम। So what I have used push strategy in my distribution and I have used pull strategy in this marketing funnel. Marketing funnel में ये जो अलग-अलग levels हैं, इस levels पे flathead measure कर सकता है कि उनके customers का या उनके consumers का क्या intent है, कितने aware है, और pull strategy में हम अपने product को market में push करने की कोशिश करेंगे। तो starting में the distribution channel. तो again distributors की इतनी ज़्यादा ज़रूरत हमको वैसे फुटवेयर इंडस्ट्री में होती नहीं है। But we as a team thought कि अगर हमें अपना ऑफलाइन चैनल शुरू करना है तो we should start with North India because अगर आप रीजनल एनालिसिस देखेंगे तो नॉर्थ इंडिया में सबसे ज्यादा फुटवेयर मार्केट है। और जब स्नीकर्स की बात करते हो तो अगर हम बायर पर्सोना बनाने की कोशिश करते हैं तो अगेन यहाँ पे वो पॉपुलेशन ज्यादा है जो अपने आप को स्नीकर से ज्यादा रिलेट कर सकती है। और अगेन वो मैन्युफैक्चरर्स भी यहाँ पे नॉर्थ इंडिया में ज्यादा है, तो टायर 1 टायर 2 सिटीज में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर सकती है। और मार्केट यहाँ पे बहुत ज्यादा क्लटर्स है, तो आप शायद रिटेलर्स के साथ डायरेक्ट कम्युनिकेशन ना रखा है। तो अगर आप डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स के साथ जाने की कोशिश करते हैं तो डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स को क्यूमुलेटिव क्वांटिटी डिस्काउंट जैसा कुछ दे सकते हैं, जहाँ पे आप उनको बोल सकते हैं आप ओवर द पीरियड इतना सामान उनसे खरीदो, उनको फिर सब पे क्वांटिटी देंगे। अगेन हम उनको मार्जिन अपने प्रॉफिट से देंगे, तो हम शायद कुछ एक्स्ट्रा खर्चा नहीं कर रहे हैं। एंड सिर्फ वैसे सेल्स पर्सन के लिए यूज होता है, बट मैंने एक टर्म यहाँ पे यूज करने की कोशिश करी है, लगा था रिटेलर से डील कर रहे हो तो आप उनको इंसेंटिव्स और फंड्स दे सकते हो कि अगर आप इतना यूज कर रहे हो तो यू कुड यूज दिस नाउ। और दिस वाज माय पुश स्ट्रेटजी, मैं कैसे अपने प्रोडक्ट को मार्केट में पुश कर सकता हूं। टॉकिंग अबाउट पुश स्ट्रेटजी, अवेयरनेस, इसमें फ्लैthead कोशिश कर सकता है कि जो उनका पोटेंशियल मार्केट है, वो जो सेगमेंटेड मार्केट है, वो उनके प्रोडक्ट को कितना रिकॉल कर पा रहे हैं। तो दे कुड यूज they can host inter-knowledge competitions, even sponsorships, community led जो इवेंट्स होते हैं उनको स्पॉन्सर कर सकते हैं, और जो प्रमोशन जो स्टोर्स हैं वहां पे वैसे प्रमोशन कर सकते हैं, अपने बैनर्स लगा सकते हैं, क्योंकि दिस विल मेक देयर ब्रांड विजिबल, उनका ब्रांड विजिबल हो। अगर वो ब्रांड विजिबल होने के बाद उन्हें जब वो स्नीकर्स खरीदने जाते हैं और रिकॉल होता है, तो मार्केटिंग फनल में जो अगला स्टेप है इंटरेस्ट, इसमें इंटरेस्ट मेजर करने की कोशिश करते हैं कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। अब उस इंटरेस्ट को आप कैसे बढ़ा सकते हैं अपने प्रोडक्ट के लिए। तो वेब ग्रूमिंग एक ऐसा कॉन्सेप्ट है जो फुटवेयर इंडस्ट्री में बहुत ज्यादा यूज होता है। आपकी ऑनलाइन प्रेजेंस है, आप उसको लेवरेज कर सकते हो, तो आप वेब ग्रूमिंग का यूज कर सकते हो। आप आई बिलीव फ्लैthead नीड्स एसईओ एंड वेबसाइट ऑप्टिमाइजेशन को यूज कर सकते हैं। देन कंसीडरेशन, अब कंसीडरेशन में इफ आई एम अ बायर, तो इसमें इस वक्त जब मैं किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के फनल में यहाँ लाई करता हूँ, यानी मैं खरीदने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ और मैं एनालिटिकल मैं इवैल्यूएट कर रहा हूँ, तो आपको कस्टमर रिव्यूज और रिटेलर एजुकेशन पे बहुत ज्यादा फोकस करने की जरूरत है। अगर आप रिटेलर आपका प्रोडक्ट बेच रहा है तो रिटेलर आपका प्रोडक्ट को जितने अच्छे से दिखा सकता है, डिफरेंशिएट कर सकता है अपने प्रोडक्ट से, उतना आपको इस फनल में फायदा होगा। सो दिस वाज कंसीडरेशन, जहां पर बायर एनालिटिकल, इट इज नॉट कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री गिफ्ट बिकॉज़ वो मतलब यू कैन यूज इंटेंट इज अ इंटेंट, वो स्टेप है जहां पे मार्केट कंज्यूमर कितना इंटेंडेड है आपका मार्केट को खरीदने के लिए। तो यू कैन पुश द इंटेंट ऑफ मार्केट by collaboration with other brands or by giving some complimentary gift. I will not suggest complimentary gift because पैसे नहीं है, collaboration. Incidentally फिटनेस का जो मार्केट सेगमेंट है और इनका जो मार्केट सेगमेंट है वो कहीं ना कहीं ओवरलैप करते हैं। तो अगर आप कोलैब कर सकते हो स्टेट बैंक के साथ, नेट बैंक के साथ, और आप मतलब कुछ ऑफर दे सकते हो, आप दोनों साथ खरीदो तो इतना ऑफर मिलेगा ऑनलाइन चैनल्स, तो दिस कुड हेल्प यू। सो दिस वाज इंटेंट। इवैल्यूएशन में कस्टमर का काम आता है कि वो अपना बेनिफिट टू कॉस्ट रेशियो करता है। अगर आपने ये सब अच्छे से किया है और वो रेशियो 1 से ऊपर आता है, सो दिस वाज ऑल देयर वाज अ टाइमलाइन, बट
You can wrap it up in a few lines if you can.
हाँ, दिस इज अ आर यहाँ पे अगेन उनको अवेयरनेस पे काम करने की जरूरत है, बिल्कुल सही टाइम इसलिए क्योंकि शार्क टैंक का इम्पैक्ट फ्रेश है। जब तक उनको ऑनलाइन चैनल काम कर रहा है और उनकी इन्वेंटरी सोल्ड आउट होती रह रही है, वो मार्केट में जाके डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स बना सकते हैं। और उसके लिए मैंने अपना मतलब मई टू जुलाई में डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स बना के जुलाई से अपने ऑफलाइन ऑपरेशन शुरू कर सकते हैं और अगेन यूज करके उस ऑप्टिमाइज कर सकते हैं। और फिर आगे की स्ट्रेटजी है कि कम्युनिटी के हेल्प से आगे की।
See, I think your sort of strategy is very confusing. You are comparing it with Jordan, Nike. You said 15 to 20,000 के present issues आते हैं.
I was not
You are say America on top
हाँ
competitor.
वही I was explaining कि they are not मतलब people will believe कि Nike, Jordan ये इनके real competitors लगते हैं, but they are not the real competitors.
किसी ने नहीं सोचा. So that's where I'm trying to say. First of all, nobody thinks that's a sports shoe. A Jordan is an out and out basketball or other shoes. That's what they've used. So actually, you said कि इनकी pricing is optimal, something like that word.
It's value based pricing.
It is not value based pricing because if you compare a Nike, which is a casual shoe, or Reebok or what, would come between 3 to 5,000.
So can I?
Yeah, sure.
So can you go back to that slide? I was saying कि when you're talking about the flatheads, उनके direct competitors कौन हैं? So people might think या तो उनके direct competitors ये हैं, Bata, Relaxer, SS, जो आपको 800 से 1200 रुपए में sneakers दे रहे हैं, या फिर आपका direct competitors ये हो सकते हैं Nike, Puma, जिनके average ticket size.
Let me understand. You are wrong, and I'm explaining you again and articulating it right here. I'm ready to pay a premium for Nike, Puma, because or Adidas, they are very well-known brands. Whereas flatheads, if it is at the similar pricing, it is not at a similar pricing because I can show you right now, Puma and flathead shoes, you can get it for casual ones, which is what they are projecting. Their casual shoes to work, you could get also for 3,000. Whereas flatheads you're getting for 5,000.
This is what I was saying कि आपको जो 3000 शूज Nike और Puma में मिलेंगे, वो उनके मतलब again अगर आप sneakers की बात कर रहे हो और आप स्ट्राइप में अगेन जो मैंने मार्केट सेगमेंट किया था इट साइकोग्राफी के स्ट्राइपर्स, आपको वो किसी भी ब्रांड का प्रीमियम स्नीकर चाहिए.
इनके टॉप कॉम्पिटिटर्स नहीं है.
ये भी नहीं है कॉम्पिटिटर और ये भी नहीं है कॉम्पिटिटर.
तो अपने टॉप कॉम्पिटिटर्स लिखा क्यों है?
मतलब
आपकी स्लाइड में लिखा है और आप बोल रहे नहीं है.
I was
क्यों
saying
लिखा है?
that would be a mistake, but they are not the direct competitors.
It's a mistake. You're putting up in your slide. Then you're saying that they are not because other groups have shown. But if you are comparing with sustainability, there are shoes which are in the market which are a direct competitor. This is maybe an indirect competitor and competitors of certain sales. And I'm trying to tell you, you have used also that value based and your distribution channel. They don't have money to put up this sort of model which you are saying. It will cost a lot of money. Just go into that further slides. Just देखना था. हाँ, तो you're putting distributors. Can you explain me how you going to do that?
मतलब डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स अगर जो मल्टी रिटेल आउटलेट्स होते हैं, जो रिटेल आउटलेट्स होते हैं, हमने नॉर्थ इंडिया को टारगेट किया था बिकॉज उनका रिटेल मार्केट लिमिटेड है, काफी सारे रिटेलर्स एक साथ मार्केट रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं. सो आई वाज थिंकिंग कि आई वाज नॉट गेटिंग द टर्म, बट अगर किसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर की मदद से फ्लैटेड इज नॉट बैकवर्डली इंटीग्रेटेड, तो अगर आप उसकी हेल्प से जो शूज आपके पास हैं उसको आप मार्केट में लेके जाना चाहते हो तो आप डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर से बात करते हो, जो नॉर्मल सेल्स फोर्स का चैनल होता है.
हाँ, तो आप डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स डालोगे उनको एक मार्जिन दोगे, रिटेल में फिर एक मार्जिन दोगे. This is a very expensive margin. You are making like an FMCG or whatever, like whatever. We have outlets.
Not doing FMCG, but they could use this.
हाँ, मतलब the same. You are a carry and forward agent होगा. Then there will be a distributor. ये तो बहुत this तो will look crores to put this in.
Yes, so I was not again I was not saying कि इनको pan India का करने की कोशिश है. इस सेट के स्टार्टिंग में you should target North Indian tailor.
North भी बहुत बड़ा I know. Anyway, I just.
It's a good idea. Like, but the distribution, so would be costly, but I think retail is something where flatheads could sell because people would want to try कि exactly कैसा है उसका वो कि मैंने देखा नहीं आज तक कि वो शूज है कैसा. Not sure कि मुझे वो लेना है कि नहीं. मुझे वो 4,000 रुपए देने के लिए पहले वो हाथ में लेके देखना है कि 4,000 का वर्थ इट है क्या.
This is what I was trying to
So I think somewhere I don't know how it would work and how costly it would be, but then yeah, offline would be a good strategy. Overall would be.
So, just to interrupt here, offline is not the thing, it is what you put. Offline could be that I can go just to two stores, either in the shopper stop or what, and we put a limited number where people can come. It could also be in Bangalore, I just open one store where people can come. Your strategy is a full out strategy where you're actually using, so this strategy though is not a whole and parcel of, because they want to limit their logistics expenses, which is what this company is good in, and for it. So anyway, once you this wrap up, I want to say something which people missed out in the whole thing. Once this is over, I'm done with the question.
I just wanted to say, this is true कि logistics इनको control करने की कोशिश है, but this is I believe I think I'm wrong, but this is where the lag जो उनकी offline presence थी stores में present नहीं थे, इसलिए वो start में fail हुए. This is I was trying to stores to present. This is only I might design a wrong channel, but my motive was.
No, I got it. There's nothing wrong and right. It's just that the money factor. Good. Well, I mean, excellent work. The way you made, you're the only one in your team, is it?
No,
So, excellent work. Nobody is taking away anything from you. बहुत अच्छा काम किया. It's just that, but the strategy and parameters which we have given, उसके बारे में. Thank you. Just give me 5 minutes, right? Just 5 minutes. So I think everybody sort of, what you missed out, here is a case we have a limited money, where this person, and actually it's very innovative, the way sort of they are selling. This is something during my time, about 25, 20, when I passed out in 2002, with my first MBA from SIT. At that time, Dell was actually getting computers directly. That time, this was a very innovative path. Coming out directly selling to sort of cut down all the expenses. And that's a beautiful strategy if you're actually good. But if you look at, nobody went into the financials to understand, because if you're coming out with a strategy, I would have loved to show the first team, a team which presented from Bangalore, NMIMS. They made a whole dashboard. They went to the account statement. So you have to understand, if 60% is what I'm spending on advertising, this is precisely what Vivo was doing. It is unsustainable. It's like the middle road. I have a, let's say, subscription model where I charge you $15 per month and I spend $16 to get a client. Is it sustainable? No. Right? You are actually, doesn't matter whether you're in a direct channel. So here what you could have talked more about is, of course, it was brilliant to come out with an app and certain good ideas to more. But like, okay, if you want to get tested, so I like this idea that we will give you the shoe. You return that. People might misuse it, but then that reason is gone forever. Keep you. Otherwise, let's say major cities में एक या तो खुद shop कर लो. Rather than that, if you want to cut down expenses, I would have gone to shopper stop or the major. Put a counter there where people can come. Where it's not actually a sales strategy where I want to put, but people can try it and limit number of additions. Slowly, if it comes up, I could, look at how. The second thing, we could have gone deeper into seeing why that marketing strategy is 60%. It could be that their digital marketing team is maybe one of the worst in the world. If you are not able to sell with such a high, and if they're, I'm sure sorry, I shouldn't be using that word, I very apologize for that, but I want to see is that why they are not bang for a buck. Because people use and they can be much more impactful with less number of people. So this one I wanted to see why 60% the income stream. So when you're looking at, when you're looking at this particular statement which you should be looking at is the income statement. Okay. You could look at cash flow, you can see balance sheet, but more it will be on the income statement. That is something which would have given us an idea, because a lot of people have come out with digital strategies that they must be doing it, right? They must have hired some of the best people in the world, because they are actually using a digital outreach. Am I corrected? So you're putting hashtags, you're putting so many things. That they must be already doing it. They must be using the latest techniques in digital marketing to come out. So the idea is.
Sir, I actually have a question, like how can somebody go into deep financials?
So actually, they must be having it on the website, or they must be somewhere there. Okay, so they're not. Yeah, actually, a private company.
Like it's not a public company, so how can
But
you
then
go about
you
getting
actually,
into finance?
so what you do is they did get from the Shark Tank.
Right.
There, right? So you have to go to secondary sources to see what also I went to so what they use, what's good is like they made an app, a demo app. So what it gives you very good visual thing. People are looking short period of time. It gets a very high retention value. Although, and I'm very surprised that they do not have an app. That was a brilliant thing to sort of suggest somebody that, and then they went to Canva, and I've seen people do that. It's a very small thing, but it will give you high on sort of, you know, artistic or flair or creativity because they have gone that extra mile. It not be much, but even if their idea is not correct, or even if that you might not like that strategy, sorry to say that idea might be correct, you might not like to do that at this point in time. So this is some of the things. So if you had seen the post, I would have loved to show you. So they went very concisely, but it should be very few points on a slide so that we come to know. You're shifting fast. We don't have that time to read it.
Sir, I have a very general question, which is the competitor which we showed you, demands. Okay. So their financials are like they are having 650% year-on-year growth. Okay.
Okay.
And their margin, net margin is minus 635%. Okay. Whereas the margin of flatheads is minus 20%. So how does this small brand
Margining, gross margin is positive. Your SG&K contribution is also positive. What good is like they have a less fixed cost also. That is also good. So margin is not. You're saying maybe they are making less profit. I've not seen
their
that.
profitability? So minus 20%.
Yeah, minus 20%.
Yeah,
Because they're outspending they're spending a lot into digital marketing.
But the Niemann's is having minus 650% profitability. So they are like spending crazy on all the digital
So minus 6%. Then you're making losses, right?
It's a funded start.
So you're saying they're making huge losses. Their competitors also.
So they're gonna eat up flatheads.
Right, so the only way is to like probably go for another round of funding.
And their products are priced average like 600, 1700. So what should be done in that?
So like the costing is here. No, so clearly like people are not paying this company a premium which it deserves. So it spends less. So this is another thing which you could have said is that okay, this thing let's cut the digital marketing expenses or marketing expenses by this and sell it at a lesser price. You proportionately reduce the marketing budget. Of course, the marketing budget reduction should be less than the amount of money which you are reducing, so that you make a profit on that. Of course, you will have limited number of channels to know how it. But what's very clear is people are not ready to pay that premium for this particular product.
One more,
and it is at a premium. It is at a, see, if I'm buying Adidas for a casual shoe which I can get from Flipkart for 3,000, and I'm paying 5,000 for a shoe, which for brand which I don't know first.
Exactly.
So you're paying how much is a premium? Tell me mathematically.
Anything above than 3,000.
No, but let's say if
It's like more than
on a percentage basis, how much is it?
it's like more than 6%, like 6,
Okay,
7.
so it's 2 by 3 is how much? 66%.
66%.
67% premium you're paying on an Indian brand as compared to a top American or a European brand which is well known for quality, some of the best qualities for it. Why will I pay just because of sustainability? Because they also having sustainable practices. That is the key critical here is that they are not able to this brand, if it was selling in America and Europe, still had a better chance of maybe paying it. Yeah, so they are using a strategy which Nike used is putting a lot on the marketing, cutting down expenses because they used to go to sweatshops in Vietnam. You don't know, when I was young, it was a huge controversy because no logo, Nomi Klein. She's a very famous activist and she was totally against the practices at that time of Nike. So Nike went to a huge plunge because of the image. Then they again came up, they sort of rectified that image. So what I'm trying to say is that here people, a lot of things which you're saying, they are already doing in digital space. If a company where I'm selling and I'm a known company which I've used crores, then to have put up a digital marketing strategy and maybe they are doing good work. Market is not paying premium and it's a huge premium. A 67% premium or less than 50% premium for a product which you can't even touch, which is you can't even go and see, and that too from an Indian product, which already people will say, okay, you have better technology abroad, you have all these things abroad. That I think was a sort of question which nobody sort of touched.
Clearly, it's very challenging as to product market.
Yeah, because if they raise even 4 crores, they'll have a strange sort of felt because they are actually selling into a country which is not that high in ESG, which is coming up. Yeah, younger people like you, if you're not convinced, you are the prime consumers of that product, not me, you will be the ones, like somebody said 50, no, this is you who would be selling that. People like you will be working in IT spaces or wherever. I want that casual shoe, something like if she's wearing that, okay, no, I want that statement because it's.
I mean, one of the questions we were asking ourselves, like, would we buy this shoe later on at some point in our life? And the answer was no.
Why is that?
And we gave that, I mean, you missed out on the presentation. We told everything that we would want. Again, me as I'm talking about the audience that represent probably the same age group I'm talking about.
No, I might buy
Right
it.
now, no, because I think there's no.
I'll buy this product if it's really, but if I touch whatever I see, because I want to pay a premium because it's an Indian company which is ahead of the curve, is doing something good. But the pricing is actually too steep. I feel the first time I
Where I feel that he is not the audience, you are the audience.
Absolutely, and
Particular-
I think mostly what you're addressing is an industry standards issue, right?
Correct.
Especially when it comes to even your cost of acquisition, right? Different industries have different cost towards acquisition. You have tech businesses like Red that are spending 5 rupees on the rupee that they're earning. They were spending 16 rupees on a rupee that they were earning previously. You have companies as large as Zepto that spend 3 rupees 50 paisa on a rupee that they spend. Right? For the eco space and a hosiery item, I would consider this to be more hosiery than anything else, right? The actual margin there in terms of towards marketing cost and everything should not exceed the 60% bracket, and that is industry standard, right? So the fact that this company is anyways doing over and above that is wrong. Now, second thing that you need to look at is, apart from the fact that those are the margins according to industry standards, you have to also take into account that the other companies that are competitors, what kind of runways they have. And if that's a battle that you're actually able and capable to fight, right? Whether through the process of continuous fundraising or whether through the leverage of funds that you already have today on your cap table, right? So these are, I think, foundational questions that founders need to ask themselves, right? What kind of a battle that they're prepared for? What kind of a battle do they want to fight? And whether they're actually prepared to go the mile in achieving that battle, right? But if it's outside the norms of what is dictated in any particular segment, then you know you're going wrong. I mean, there's enough research, there's enough data in the world, there's enough that you can do to get these numbers, right? And sure, you won't provide the unit economics for a lot of this, but the industry data is available.
Right. I mean, even in the Shark Tank, they've kind of asked similar questions, and as a matter of fact, through a discussion, they concluded that maybe it's something that they might not pursue as a conclusion.
Sure, they would not, but let me tell you something. You gave the example of Lehman. What did you say their current burn was?
Minus 600.
Minus 650%, whereas these guys were at minus 20, right? So if I was a deep-pocketed shark, I would actually make the investment if I was ready for a longer pension, right? Because I would know that I have leverage over my next competitor in the market space to grab the entire market share in the next 3 to 4 years, right? So it's a matter of financial acumen. Today, if you're in front of the wrong shark, asking the wrong questions, you go to a fintech shark and you ask him to invest in a e-commerce business, he'll tell you, boss, my door is that way, please let me introduce you to someone else, right? So make sure you're in front of the right person for the right kind of task, right? And you can always find someone to relate. If you truly believe in your product, if you guys are the future entrepreneurs, right? I categorize myself as one of you before I categorize myself as, being advisor to you. It's a hard battle, but it's a beautiful battle, right? You need to be a glutton for punishment and enjoy every moment of it to be in it, okay? And the day you realize that this is a battle you want to fight, right? I promise you, you will start with 10 no's, but by the 11th one, it's not a no, right? It is just more of what you enjoy. I enjoy going to pitch to fundraisers that don't want to fund me, right? No, I truly do. At this point, it really is like that.
Maybe it's
Right?
the yes that matters more than.
It's not the yes even, and I'm pretty sure when the yes comes, it's so inconclusive that I'm like, okay, it doesn't matter, because yesterday in an interview, someone asked me what's the best thing and the worst thing that you do that you like about being an entrepreneur, and I said the best thing is that I get to do this every day, and the worst thing is that on some days I need to do this every day, right? So truly, when you're at that spot, use the pleasurable like side of perspective to just make your mind stupid enough to just continue the journey and enjoy the love that you have for the space. And eventually those yeses and nos don't matter, right? Like I think all of us at large solve a couple of problem statements, right? Which is close to our heart. And resolving that is at the highest directive, more than like monetary gain and all of these other things, right? And truly, if that is your resolution, monetary gains is just obvious, right? Money is utility. Okay, it's very temperamental, as I was saying. Today it's in some spaces, tomorrow it's not, right? But if you build value, you build product. Money is the byproduct, right? Money comes along with value. Create value where you need to.
I think there are 2, 3 more things, but I think I'll directly speak with the owner, which he could have done, which I didn't see here. We just missed it, so I think we should not overlook.
But he's out of business. That's what he said on Shark Tank.
No, but
Yeah,
I think
after Shark Tank, he had a lot of success.
Yeah.
And he got a lot of sales, so that sales director. See, boss,
So they
let me
were
tell you
sold
what-
out in India.
Huh?
They were sold out in within 2 days of Shark Tank.
Absolutely, and that's the thing. Listen, if any of you guys get the opportunity to go to Shark Tank, make sure you're geared up in your inventory, please.
Exactly. Why are they
Okay.
sold out on the website? Like,
I mean, I told you, it's all about market research. It's all about checking your competitors. Even look at Shark Tank in the US. This platform works as one of the best marketing tools, right?
for the PR.
Be completely heavily stocked with your inventory before you go in for one of these channels. And when you do, no matter what your traction is, you will be ready and geared to actually take it.
because you become certainly visible, right? The reason also is that people don't know about this brand. In Shark Tank, people came to know more and they wanted to try it. Because, like I said, the ESG segment is very emotive, and I think he was very good also in presenting, and he must have made a lot of connections, and people wanted to help him. Every time you come out with something, so I've been timed out. So definitely.
Can I take a look? Can I take like 5 minutes from you guys?
Sure, sir.
There's a couple of people that came and actually had that session with us where we were stress testing you guys. Can you guys just raise your hand? Can you share your experience of what you thought in that situation with your friends? You guys can come up front and talk to your friends, I mean.
Please.
Yeah, come ma'am, please.
Mic, you can use mic also because that will.
So before you begin, I'm just going to preface it for you guys who don't know. Okay.
Class of ski.
It's all this guy's fault, by the way. But Harsh actually decided to create a little bit of a stressful environment to see how people's EQ is in that emotional situation where there's conflict and how they actually deal with it as one of the criteria that would not be judged on the unit economics of things, right? And a lot of these founders came in, and guys, whoever came in, please, the last thing in the world that I would be doing to you would be a disservice if I was convincing you otherwise to realize that the journey of an entrepreneur is the most beautiful one, right? So, if through my entire conversation or what we were doing as an exercise deters you in any way, right? You have 10 free sessions with me for advisory. Just call me; it's for free, and I'll be happy to convince you that this is the right thing. Go ahead.
For me, it was such a unique experience to land in such situation for the first
Goes.
Like I'm running behind Harsh. Okay, Harsh is running running before me. And like, where the hell is taking me? Then I went there, and then he's like, "Let me just read this." And I was hours. And I'm just pushed into the room. Okay, full darkness, and there's just one blinking. I don't know what it was. And the flashes were blinking. I don't know. I could like for half the time I could not even see the 50% people who were sitting over there. I could just hear the voices. And first of all, see, startup is basically everyone knows the bright side of the startup, okay, or as an entrepreneur journey, okay. But then there is a very dark side to it as well, okay. It's like it's very stressful, okay, and there are situations like this, the flatheads like where like we don't have money, we don't have revenue, and the situation which was given to us, which was like the company is bankrupt, the employees have formed the union, and then I am answerable to investors as well as media. So that is one of the, what do you say, worst situation to be in. And how it was planned. Like, you are going there, you don't know anything. So I guess, what do we say? It will definitely help all of us to be prepared for such kind of situations if it occurs. I don't think it should, but then in case. So yeah, like it was overall beautiful experience.
I'm just sorry, sir. Did you want to say something?
I just wanted to sort of ask now the similar thing from people who actually took, came here to present to share. A couple of people can come forward. What do you like? What was it? Maybe, yeah, sure. And I would also appreciate a woman to come so that, and share. And anybody else? Anyone? Sims is zero presentation in this. Why? Anybody? Yeah, that's good. You could just share your views, and you could also give some thoughts on the judges, how maybe what do you like, what we could improve on. So,
Right. So
we have both.
I mean, initially when I sort of started, like, of course, I had my own strategies, my analysts and all of these things. But the thing with this discussion, this sort of feedback that we got, I think it was really helpful, especially coming from sir. I have gone ahead in my thought process in direction, not just from the panel itself, also from the pitches that the other guys have made. So now I have a very broad perspective as to what I initially thought this package is all about. So I think that perspective has really helped. It's not very specific as to the brand we are presenting now. It's about the concept and the ideas and the creativity you build to the panel and the audience. So I think overall this event was mind blowing. I think in terms of learning experience, sort of I think I'm much better now as what I came here. So I think that's what the entrepreneurs want, right? In order to be able to move forward. So that's the one.
So Simran and I have honestly divided our slides. You make this, you say this, I make this, I'll say this. But the good thing was we did a lot of our research together. So I was able to speak in her turn as well. The question and answer, they were a little daunting, but I did understand where I missed the lack of depth and we did not go into the finances. So, and it was also, while you are working, you think, इससे ज़्यादा तो और क्या ही होगा? Like we have covered all the bases. But hearing all the other presentations, there were so many things we missed, and you guys did a wonderful job. There was so much to learn. Thank you.
One thing that I learned here was that never judge a book by its cover. It was because while Harsh was running around and he gave me a note to read just a couple of minutes just before the event. So once I entered the room was dark. 7 amazing people were sitting there, 7, 8 as far as I know. So we're trying their best to be rude, and a blinking light that was there just because to distract us as far as I knew. So what I understood was that from this situation you should not get intimidated. Rather, you try to understand what the actual situation is and to judge how to take care of these situations in the future. For example, if I would have been intimidated, I wouldn't have shared my what I wanted to express. But rather, I was just confident enough because I just wanted to know why they are doing this and what is actually happening to me in this situation. So, what I feel is that situational analysis is very important in every aspect of life, and this is what helped me today again. So, thank you so much.
You did really well.
Thank you, sir.
Guys, I just want to share like a quick minute with you guys, okay? The situation that we created there was not real. Okay, it doesn't happen in real life. But let me tell you, life is full of situations that make you uncomfortable. And as a founder, you're doing something wrong if you're not going through that every day. Okay, those situations are not to bring you down. Okay, in a moment like that, there were a couple of founders that were fumbling. Of course, we were being distracted to our best ability. I think I walked out on a founder as well, just to play the part. But through the entire thing, like one thing I want to tell you guys, like most of you guys did so well, even in that moment. I probably would have not done half as well as you if I was in your situation. So I really commend you guys. Okay, and over and above that, just remember one thing, right? You know what you know, okay? And when it's your own business, you know it really well, right? Don't doubt that ever about yourself. You will know your numbers, all the unit economics, everything comes down to you knowing it, learning it, eating it, sleeping it, breathing it, okay? No matter what the environment looks like, it's deep within you, it's part of you, okay? Just breathe through that moment, I promise you. You will not understand the power of just breathing. And while the environment is fast paced around you, you slow yourself down, slow your thought down. The situation itself slows down and you have the answers. I'm not going to tell you what answers to give because you as a founder will know that, right? But conflict resolution, the best way is just pause, stop, think about it, okay? And declare the moment that you're having. Automatically, this puts you in a third person perspective and you can see the situation for what it is. And then you automatically can get to your resolution, right? Guys, I'm really not mean for those all who came in the room. Okay, I'm actually the opposite. So.
I'm sure the day has been quite exciting for everyone who went for the rounds and those who stayed here. So, coming towards the end of the day, we'd like to announce the winners. Ding, ding, ding. So, we have on the third place, we have Team Curd and Sugar. If the judges could just come forward and
On the stage, sir.
do the honors.
We all, we could go one by one. Somebody could go
Please,
first.
sir.
I'll come to the next.
In the second place, we have Team Macros.
I saw it.
And in the first place, we have Team Trailblazers.
I heard you guys were out of competition.
Sure was a long day. We would like to also thank all the participants for making the time, putting in the effort. That hard work is appreciated. The judges for their time as well. We would like to thank our sponsors, Audi County, Synergetics, and Youth Incorporated for their support. We would also like to thank the IT staff, the catering staff, the volunteer actors, and Prodhouse for their constant support and help. On this high note, we now close
प्राइज
the
जीतने
day.
फर्स्ट
I would like to request the judges to proceed to the VIP lounge for tea, and for the participants and the winners, if you could stay back if you have any queries, or we could also.
Feedback from judges as well.
But I'm still going by